Hey guys, so happy April. I cannot believe that we are already in April and midway through spring and like a quarter of the way through 2018. That's just blowing my mind, and I've already read almost 30 books, which is again blowing my mind. So if you watched my wrap up for March, you would know I had a pretty solid reading month. I read 13 books while working full-time, which I'm still not sure how I did that. But for April, a lot of things in my life are changing. I have stepped down from working full-time at my job and going to part-time, and have started working on my novel again, which is really exciting. I'm really into that. I got a new tattoo on like Thursday, so lots of things going on in my life, lots of things that I'm very excited about, including all the books that I want to read in April. I have 17 books, potentially. 2 of them I haven't pulled out of my TBR jar yet that I want to read, so that's enough of an introduction. Let's just get right into it because like I said, there's a lot. So I'm going to start with the book that I want to read for AYearAthon, which starts on Monday. Our theme is Benchwarmers, which is books that you've had on your TBR for the longest. I've got a few, with the accompanying challenge of one-word titles. So like I said, this readathon starts on Monday and will go until Sunday night in whatever time zone that you're in. As always, all of our information is linked down below in case you want to participate. But yeah, I have 3 books that I want to read. With the one-word title, I want to read Glimpse by Carol Lynch Williams. This is one that I picked up on Book Outlet maybe a year ago, and it's written in verse, so it's perfect for a readathon. Following the Benchwarmers theme is Pretty Girl 13 by Liz Coley. I have owned this book for maybe 3 years, maybe closer on 4. I don't even know. It's been a long time, and every time I read the synopsis, I'm like, yeah, I really want to read that. Don't get rid of it yet. So I'm hoping to read it this week. And then the last one is one that fits both the challenge and the theme, and that is Room by Emma Donoghue. I have owned this book and wanted to read it since long before it was a movie, and I don't know why I haven't done that yet. It sounds like it'd be totally up my alley, but it is dark and kind of heavy, so I think I'll read this towards the end of the week just so that I can get like a solid start. But last AYearAthon, I think I read like 4 books in the week, so hoping that I can at least get through these 3, if not 1 more. I have 3 books that I want to read and review this month. The first one is Still Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. I was supposed to read this like for the last 2 months and still haven't gotten around to it. As well as Unraveling Oliver by Liz Nugent. Something happened with like my download of this onto my Kindle app and it wasn't letting me open it, so my library had it in, so I might as well read it and then I can review it on NetGalley. And then one that you would have seen in my book haul is Liar's Candle by August Thomas. This one was sent to me unsolicited by Simon & Schuster, but I'm really excited to read it. It sounds like it's going to be an adult thriller that takes place like in Turkey, which is going to be pretty interesting. It's about a girl that works for the US Embassy and like gets pegged that she knows too much or something. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. It's weird that like all of the books that I picked out are like in 3s. Like each kind of like subcategory or category of books that I want to read. But the next one are new releases that are coming out. So the first one is one that I already have, and again you would have seen in my book haul, and that is Mapping the Bones by Jane Yolen. This is the author of The Devil's Arithmetic, and this novel follows a Holocaust setting. I don't think it's specifically Auschwitz, but I think it's just Holocaust following the twin studies. So this is going to be devastating and heartbreaking and really good to read on a rainy day, which our April in Canada has been. So looking forward to this. And then the other 2 new releases that I am desperate to read, I don't have yet because they haven't been released, but I have pre-ordered them. The first one is In Her Skin by Kim Savage. This is a young adult mystery thriller about a girl that works kind of like as an impersonator, I guess. So this girl goes missing and she steps into her life and pretends to be her and discovers a whole bunch of secrets. Looking forward to that. And then the other one is Rewind by Carolyn O'Doherty. This is one that is a young adult kind of dystopian, maybe. It's about a society where certain people have the ability to rewind time to view past events. So our main character in this book uses her gift to solve crimes. And using this ability kind of shortens their lifespan until she is offered a trial medication to see if she can outlive everyone else. This is like actually funny. I didn't plan it this way that each category would have 3 books, but I have 3 books that I didn't get to from last month. I have Ignite Me and Restore Me by Tahereh Mafi. I finished Unravel Me on like the last day of the month if you watched my wrap up. So I want to continue with these because I'm desperate to get into this. I forgot how much I loved The Shadow Me World, and rereading it last month was just great. And I ran out of time to get to I Slept Somewhere by T.E. Carter. This is another one that's going to be dark and good for a rainy day because we follow a girl that gets assaulted but doesn't know how to speak up about it. So we follow rape culture and all that stuff, and it's short, so it should be a quick read. So I have 3 books from the library that I want to read, but those aren't as like high up on my priority list. So I am going to pick 2 books from my TBR jars, 1 from each. If you haven't been watching my TBR videos, each month I pick a book out of each cup. So my Read the North cup here has review books or books that I really want to read. And then my Eastern Conference NBA cup has all of the other books on my TBR. So how I do this with the TBR is with each book that I pick, if I haven't read it by the end of the month, I have to unhaul it. So far that is working out quite well and it keeps me motivated. So I thought instead of picking it out in advance, I would pick it up on camera, and I'm nervous because I usually know. So, okay, let's do the regular TBR books first because those are less exciting. Mike. Oh, it's Reborn by Jennifer Rush, if you can see that. So this is the 3rd book in the Altered series. And the reason that I hadn't picked that one up, even though I bought it when I was away at university like 2 years ago, is because I wanted to reread the series before I read that. That's okay. Let's hope it's a short book, because that's a lot. Especially if I reread that series. Oh! I picked Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. I have been eyeing that one on my shelf for quite some time. It is a thick book, so let me go grab those off my shelf. Okay, down and up 2 flights of stairs. Reborn by Jennifer Rush and Eliza and Her Monsters. So I will add these to my TBR. And I'm not sure if I will reread Altered and Erased by Jennifer Rush. I do want to because it's been a long time since I've read these, but I feel like I'd also be alright just to like go through and read recaptions of it. I don't know. So now I'm glad that the 3 library books that I picked up aren't like huge on my priority list, because that alone is like 16 books. So just quickly, the 3 books that I picked up from the library because I do really want to read them. In a Glass Grimly by Adam Gidwitz. This is a sequel companion to A Tale Dark and Grim, which I really, really enjoyed. So it's just like a retelling of Jack and Jill, and it's middle grade, so it's like the font's really big and it's spaced out, so I know it would be a really quick read. It was like a 4-hour audiobook, the first one was, so I might get this one on audiobook again because he was really entertaining. I requested Remix by Non Pratt. This one I think I will get to because I've been wanting to buy it. I loved Trouble and really want to read more from her. So again, this one has really big line spacing, and I think this one is more about friendship, which Trouble was basically too, but this one is about 2 girls, Kaz and Ruby. So I don't know, I really want to read this, but I feel like I'm gonna buy it anyway, so that's why it's not like huge priority to read as a library book, because it's one that I really, really want. As is The Librarian of Auschwitz by Antonio Iturbi. I'm so sorry. This one has been circulating so much lately, and when I saw it sitting in my library, I had to pick it up. So I love historical fiction about the Holocaust. Not like old historical fiction like 1800s, but like 1900s I can do. And this one is based on real life events and follows a young girl, that is kind of put in charge by the Jewish community in her camp to watch over and take care of the books that they have managed to save. So she basically becomes the librarian at her concentration camp and dictates the life that goes on around it. And I feel like it's going to be so sad, but also really good. But I'm already reading Mapping the Bones, so I don't know like how much like really dark Holocaust stuff that I can handle in 1 month. We will see. I do really want to read this. So yes, somehow my TBRs are getting more ambitious by the month. but now I'm going to be working half the amount of time, but I'm also going to be writing. Yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully I can get through all of these books because they all sound really interesting and I want to read all of them. So yeah, make sure you guys let me know what you will be reading this month. If you will be participating in a year-a-thon, make sure you let me know. And yeah, wish me luck getting through this TBR. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.